Bad Blood, October 5th. It's this Saturday. If you guys aren't excited yet, you will be after this show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to It's Real to Us, the wrestling podcast. I'm Anthony the Mark.
And I'm Tony the Father.
And we are going to start with what I think will be the main event, and that is Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, as we all know, two of the biggest enemies in WWE over the last 2 years, will now have to work together against Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu. Tony, what are you looking to see happen in this match, and what do you think happens?
I still can't believe that they're working together. I think this is going to be incredible. Both guys want to be the number one in the company, but they have to work together. So you're going to have a little animosity in there, too. Who wants to get the pin? Who wants to tag? I can't wait to see how they work as a tag team.
So Roman, he made it very clear to Cody Rhodes that he is coming back after the WWE Championship once he finishes his feud with Solo Sikoa and the Bloodline. Will that factor into the match? Will they not be able to trust one another? Will Tama Tonga and Tanga Loa get involved, Tony?
They have to work together because they have a common enemy. Cody Rhodes hates the Bloodline with Solo Sikoa. Roman Reigns can't stand his cousin after what he did. He backstabbed him and what he did to the Wise Man. And Jimmy Uso, don't forget about that. I think this is going to be an incredible match. I don't know how these two guys are going to work together. They're going to have to. But some point in this match, I would think they're both going to question what they're doing. And they're both going to look for an advantage going forward. This is going to be a very dynamic match on how it plays out and where it goes.
And honestly, I don't think that they're going to be able to coexist, Tony. I think the friction between Cody and Roman is too much. They're not going to be able to trust each other. And let's face it, Solo Sikoa, after losing to Cody Rhodes, not once but twice in a row, needs a win, a definitive win to prove that he is a legitimate threat in WWE. So let's have Roman and Cody get at each other's throats. Tama and Tanga, the Tongas, come on in, help Solo Sikoa and Jacob Fatu pick up a win. I want to see Jacob Fatu go berserk, as we've seen him do for months now. Lays waste, takes out Cody Rhodes, and then destroys Roman Reigns and gives a unconscious, pinnable Roman Reigns to Solo Sikoa. He offers him up like a steak. He goes, "Here, my tribal chief. Pin the old tribal chief." And that's how Jacob Fatu continues to show his loyalty to Solo Sikoa. And Sikoa gets the biggest win of his career by pinning his cousin, Roman Reigns.
Never going to happen. Roman's not coming back to take a pin from Solo Sikoa. Forget it. That's not happening. I think in this match, what's going to happen, the Bloodline, Solo and Jacob Fatu absolutely need to win this match. But how can they win the match? They're going to pin Cody Rhodes? They're going to pin Roman Reigns when he's just coming back? I don't see it. So I can see some kind of outside interference happening, which causes maybe Roman and Cody to lose. But what I think, this is the twist I want to see. I want to see Cody Rhodes get pinned by Fatu, Solo, whoever. But I want him to think that Roman caused the pin. And I want to see Cody turn on Roman at this match. That would be cool. Cody is going to be a heel. I've been calling it for weeks, months. I think this is the match Cody turns. And he's not going to turn on Solo or Fatu. He's going to turn on Roman because he's going to feel that Roman cost him the win. Roman did something to make him look second best, and Cody's going to snap. And that's where you're going to see the Cody Rhodes heel turn.
I don't think that happens. I think after this match, maybe there's frustration between Cody and Roman and they go their separate ways, but I would like to see Cody be a man on an island after this match. He's got no help from Roman Reigns anymore. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton have abandoned him after he decided to team with Roman Reigns. I want to see the WWE champion all by himself and backed into a corner almost.
How cool would this be if Cody turned on Roman and now you got the Bloodline who hate Roman? Cody hates Roman. So now they have some kind of an alliance with Cody and the Bloodline.
I don't see it. I see them, if anything, continuing this alliance, maybe into War Games. Maybe Cody is on Roman's side for the Bloodline Civil War. I wouldn't want to see that, but I think that's more likely than Cody turning on Roman. I just, for me personally, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, but Roman told him, I'm coming for you. And Cody's like, well, you're not the man no more. It's me. So there's got to be some kind of in the back of Cody's head that it might not even be considered a heel turn. He's defending himself from Roman.
Maybe. I'm not 100% sure. Let's talk about this. Is there any chance that Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns win this match? Because you and I, from the sounds of it, we're both on Team Bloodline. Do you think that there's any way Cody and Roman win the match?
Absolutely, there's a way they can win the match. They're the favorites going in. We're saying it because we feel the Bloodline needs the win. Because if they get pinned, say like Roman pins Solo or Cody pins Fatu or vice versa, it just diminishes the Bloodline's ability to do anything going forward. So that's why I don't know if we're going to have a clear-cut winner in this match. We might have a disqualification, something like that. So it's going to be interesting how it plays out. But I'm more interested in how Cody and Roman are going to coexist on the same side. That's what I want to see.
Yeah, that's going to be must-see television. Does Roman Reigns leave Bad Blood with the Ula Fala and emerge as the head of the table once again? That is something, unfortunately, we're going to have to wait and see. But for now, let's talk about what a lot of people think should be the main event in place of the tag team match, and that's Drew McIntyre versus CM Punk 3 inside a Hell in a Cell. This is the most personal match on the card. This has the most bad blood, pun intended, on the card. CM Punk, Drew McIntyre have been feuding since the Royal Rumble in January, and it all comes to an end inside Hell in a Cell. Tony, what are you hoping to see happen?
I'm hoping, I got my fingers crossed, that it's going to be a clean win for either guy. Whether Punk wins or McIntyre wins, I just want it clean. And I want this feud to be put to bed. I do not want to see AJ Lee skip around the ring. I do not want to see outside interference. I do not want to see a reason why, well, maybe we'll carry it to another pay-per-view Triple H. I'm excited for the match. Hell in a Cell, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk. It's going to be electric, but I hope there's a clean 1, 2, 3, and both guys go their separate ways.
So your main hope is that it's clean, they go their separate ways, but from a prediction standpoint, you got to pick one of them to win.
Going forward, it makes more sense for CM Punk to get the win. It propels him down the road to maybe a match with Seth Rollins. Because if you think about CM Punk, he hasn't beat anybody since he's back.
He's beaten Drew once.
He beat Drew once.
He also beat Dominic Mysterio at a live event.
Yeah, but
never forget.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If they're going to propel CM Punk to do anything going forward to be relevant in his company, he's got to. How can he take a loss here? What do you do with him?
No, I don't think he can take a loss.
What do you do with CM Punk if Drew pins him?
I think Drew McIntyre is one of the most over wrestlers in the company. He'll be fine if he loses.
That's why it's a pretty sensible way that you can see this is going to be booked. So CM Punk absolutely needs this match if they're going to push him forward, which I think is the right move. So I'm picking CM Punk to beat Drew McIntyre in Hell in a Cell.
This match, I think, is the one I'm most excited for, especially because of what CM Punk and Drew McIntyre both said they were going to do to each other.
Well, this is the Texas death match.
Yeah, CM Punk said
to the death.
CM Punk said he's going to kill Drew McIntyre. McIntyre promised to make Punk bleed, so it's going to get violent. It's going to get ugly.
So we're going to have in this match, there's going to be no referee, right?
No, there's a referee.
No, there isn't. It's a doctor with a stethoscope. He's going to run out and listen. He's dead. It's over.
It's over.
It's over. He's done. Bring the death certificate. I can sign it.
You hit the nail on the head. I would like to see this be a clean match, or maybe a Wade Barrett gets involved. We can have CM Punk maybe go after Gunther in the world title. So I'm taking CM Punk to win this match, and both men being done with each other after the fact. I do think, as much as I'd like a clean match, just the whole feud, there's been shenanigans. We need at least one or two shenanigans. I don't think it's clean.
The only thing that I would like to see, and if it does happen, and it causes the match to get carried to another pay event, there's one thing I would tolerate that I would enjoy seeing.
And what is that?
If CM Punk goes attack and his dog jumps out someplace and it jumps on Drew and it starts biting him and then Punk pins him.
Have you seen his dog?
Yeah, I saw his dog.
He's like this big.
That's why it would be cool. I'd like to see that.
All right, so that's what we want to see. But what do you want to see, not only with Drew versus CM Punk in Hell in a Cell, but the tag team match? You can let us know all of your hot takes below in the comments, or if you want to follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Real to Us, you can do that. We're also on YouTube at It's Real to Us 1. We implore you, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications because you are going to love this wrestling channel. We produce tons of entertaining content, Tony. That's what we're all about, right?
We're a wrestling show. This is not a podcast anymore. We're a show. If you watch us, you'll see all the different things we do. So enjoy the show.
So moving on now, let's talk about Rhea Ripley versus Liv Morgan with Dominic Mysterio hanging high above the ring in a shark cage. This is the second time These two are going to be going at each other. Of course, it's SummerSlam. Dominic turned on Rhea to side with Liv. So, does Morgan and Dominic get their comeuppance? Tony, where's your mind heading into this match?
Wow, this is just to see Dominic in a shark cage. It's going to be like the Tweety bird that's above, and you got the two cats fighting, and they're looking up at the Tweety bird. Dominic's going to be up in the cage. He's supposed to have nothing in there, but he's going to have something. If something's going to go on, we get Dominic involved.
What could he have? It's not like he's going to drop down brass knuckles.
I don't know. Maybe there you go. Maybe he'll drop down brass knuckles. I don't know, but it's going to be fun to see him in the cage. It'd be fun if the cage breaks open and he falls into the ring.
Yeah.
That would be fun.
Dom's like hanging from the cage. He's like, oh, no.
Put all joking aside, Rhea's definitely the bigger, badder athlete. She's the stronger wrestler. But I think going forward, you can't take the title off of Liv right now. You got to keep Judgment Day and Liv Morgan relevant. And if Rhea takes the title from Liv going forward, what do you do with Liv? Maybe you get a rematch out of it, but then Rhea's not dropping the title again. That's why I think some way, somehow, Dom's going to be involved in this match. He's going to cause Rhea Ripley to lose this match, and I'm going to predict that Liv Morgan pins Rhea Ripley because of Dom in a Tweety bird cage.
I love the take, Tony. I am completely on board with Liv Morgan walking away with the title. I think she's been too good with the title. It hasn't been long enough, and like you said, we got to keep Judgment Day viable. The only thing that I disagree with you on is Dominic Mysterio being the reason that Liv Morgan wins. I don't think that's the case. I think Dom's going to be a non-factor. I think he's going to be hanging high above the ring. We're going to get a Dominic Mysterio cam. You're going to see him in there all match. He's going to be panicking. He's going to be great character work from Dom. It's like, oh my God, no, him cheering. But the person who makes a difference in this match, not Carlito, not JD McDonough, Finn Balor, he's got Damian Priest, we'll talk about in a minute. The returning Raquel Rodriguez.
You think she's going to return? Is that the rumor?
Liv Morgan and Raquel were WWE Women's Tag Team Champions before Raquel had to leave because of MCAS, mast cell activation syndrome. It is a condition where her skin gets inflamed, it's red, it's painful, and you just obviously can't wrestle with it.
But is she coming back? Is this are you giving us a spoiler alert?
I've followed Raquel's treatment since she was diagnosed. She's been doing a lot better over the last handful of months. There has been no notion that she's going to be coming back. However, if we're going to keep Liv Morgan with the title, she needs a big female body to help her in the division, because let's face it, Liv Morgan is surrounded by 4 guys who cannot interfere in her matches. If the new Judgment Day had another female presence, I think that's how you keep that group strong, and I think that's how you keep Liv Morgan with the title for a significant period of time.
So you're going to have 6 people in the Judgment Day? I don't know about that take. You know what? I know Liv and Raquel are close, but I just don't think that you need something like that there now. You don't think Dom could just drop down brass knuckles or drop something down or sprinkle something, or Rhea looks up and something goes in her eyes?
He can, but that's the obvious route, A. And B, I'd like to see him do it, but it indirectly costs Liv Morgan. He drops brass knuckles down, Rhea gets a hold of him, and we see Dom, oh no, what have I done? Raquel's a beast, too. Don't you think that'd be a fun comp to Shawn Michaels and Big Daddy Diesel, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez?
No, it would be, but then it also would carry the feud out, because then Rhea has to go through Raquel.
Yes.
So you can kick the can down the road until she finally takes the title off of Liv, maybe at Royal Rumble.
Anywhere.
Something like that. Yeah. So it's not a bad take. I could see it happen. I just don't think it's going to happen. But, hey, who knows? I just want to see this match, because you know something's going to go wrong. Something in the match is going to happen where it's going to cost Rhea the title, and it's going to keep it on Liv, and it's not going to be a clean pin. So I'm looking forward to it. But I still think Dom up in the cage is going to do something.
If Dom does happen to get out of the cage, I would love to see Rhea Ripley hit the riptide on him. I've been calling for that for months, so will that happen? We will see. But let's talk about the other match going on with the new Judgment Day, and that is Finn Balor versus Damian Priest. Balor and Priest have been at odds for a very long time now. Judgment Day kicked Damian Priest, kicked Rhea Ripley out of the group, and Finn emerged as the new leader, even though the group has no leader, except for when Finn Balor wants to be the leader. What's going to happen here, Tony? Are JD McDonough and Carlito going to get involved, and who walks away with the win?
Well, you got to figure, once again, we come back to what we were just talking about. If you want to keep the Judgment Day moving forward, you want to build them up, you want to keep them relevant, they can't take losses against Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Because if that happens, that feud goes in the toilet very fast. But if Finn somehow beats Damian, it's okay. Damian could take that pin. You kick the can down the road. And if you look what Triple H has been doing for a long time now, he's a big advocate. Paul Heyman ain't the advocate. Triple H is the advocate of kicking the can.
Ladies and gentlemen,
my name is Triple H, and I'm going to kick the can down the road. So by kicking the can again, letting Finn Balor beat Damian, he's just prolonging what's going to happen. But if Damian pins Finn clean, then what do you do with Finn and Damian? It's over. What I want to see, and I know a lot of people are going to want to see this, how cool would it be if Finn showed up as the demon? He shows up as the demon. Damian's eyes are, he doesn't know what to do. Finn pins him as the demon. Now we got a leader in the Judgment Day. Finn Balor, the demon. I would love to see that, but we'll see what happens. But I'm predicting Finn Balor somehow beats Damian Priest and keeps this feud moving forward.
kudos to everybody involved in the feud, too. It feels like these guys really haven't gotten their hands on each other. So when they do fight, I feel like you're going to feel the emotion in the ring. It's going to be a nice atmosphere. And talking towards kicking the can down the road a little bit, I wouldn't mind seeing these guys fight for a while. I'm with you. I think Finn Balor needs the win a lot more. Damian Priest just coming off of being the world champion. Finn Balor is a tag team champion who doesn't defend his title, and he loses all the time. So if we're going to keep this feud hot and going, let's give the win to Finn Balor. But if for whatever reason Triple H has an idea of running, let's say, I don't know, Gunther versus Damian Priest back for the World Heavyweight title, maybe you give Priest the win here and he goes against Gunther again?
Nah, I don't want to see it. There's too many guys that Gunther could fight going forward. Like I said, once the CM Punk-Drew McIntyre match breaks apart, Gunther could fight both of those guys. He could go have a battle with Drew. Then he could have CM Punk. Then we have Seth Rollins coming back. We also have another guy without a title on Raw, Braun Breaker. So there's a lot of people Gunther can, in going into 2025, there's a slow of matches there. He don't need to fight Damian Priest, I don't think. Just going back to Finn Balor, Damian, Liv, and Rhea. The two favorites in the match are probably Rhea and Damian. Imagine they both won clean. The Judgment Day would be done.
It would be. It would be over.
Done. What do you do with them then? That feud with Rhea and Damian, if they both won, would be done. So I don't see it. Maybe we get a split, one and one, but I still think I'm calling it Judgment Day is going to have a big day. Big day at Bad Blood. 2-0. 2-0.
Okay, so we just mentioned Gunther. Let's talk about him a little bit. We were recording this before Monday Night Raw, so whether or not this match is made official, we don't know. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight title. Sami's been begging for a championship opportunity for weeks. Does he get it at Bad Blood, Tony? And if so, what happens?
Well, they only have 4 matches right now booked for Bad Blood, and they usually on their big pay events, they have 5 matches.
Sometimes they have 4.
Yeah, but a lot of times they'll have 5. So if it's going to happen, you're going to see it on Monday Night Raw. You're going to see something where he finally gets under Gunther's skin enough where Gunther will give him that match at Bad Blood. And I think this Monday Night Raw is when you're going to see that. So I think we're going to see Gunther versus Sami as that 5th match on Bad Blood. Sami beat Gunther already once. He's the only one that beat Gunther. So there's some aura there. But if they fight again, Gunther's the guy 2025. Everybody knows he's the next face. So down the road, they're going to push him. So if they do have the Gunther versus Sami Zayn match, I'm predicting right now it's going to be a quick match. Gunther is going to pin him.
If they do have the match, I agree with you. I think Gunther wins. But I don't think that this match gets made official. I think that you could have this match at Crown Jewel or maybe on a main event of Monday Night Raw. I like the matches that are set for Bad Blood, and I'd like all of those matches to have a lot of time. So those are all of our predictions for Bad Blood. But what do you think is going to happen? And do you agree with anything that we had to say? You can let us know on X, Instagram, and TikTok at It's Real to Us. And on YouTube, we are at It's Real to Us 1. Tony, did we miss anything that you wanted to tell the people?
No, we got everything covered. I can't wait for this show, Bad Blood, this Saturday, October 5th. And don't forget, it starts at 6 o'clock. This is an early show. So I'm excited to watch this. We're going to be doing a watch-along. We're going to be doing a live stream. So if you got nothing to do, stop by, say hi. But I can't wait for this. It's going to be a great show. Wrestling is wonderful. And you have a great night.
I'm Anthony the Mark.
And I'm Tony the Father.
And we will see you next time on It's Real to Us, the wrestling show. podcast? We haven't decided yet if we're rebranding.
Now, we are the wrestling show because it is a show. It's not just a podcast. And we'll see you Saturday, October 5th at 6 o'clock. Have a great night.